Tom Hanks, a very popular electrician, and Jordan Sparks are all on this day. Hey, welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is December 22nd, 2020. It is the 357th day of the year. We got 9 days left in 2020. It's also the 51st Tuesday in the 52nd week. It is the second day of winter. We missed yesterday, sorry. There are 88 days left until spring, and if this is your birthday, your birthstone's a turquoise. All right, today is National Short Persons Day. Yeah, as they say, great things come in small packages, kind of like dynamite. I like small people. My wife's only 5 foot tall, my daughter's only 4'10", and I'm only 5'9". It's like I'm breeding lawn jockeys. I'm breeding down. I'm creating my own little village of pygmies, I guess. National Short Persons Day is celebrated on December 22nd. Whether you're tall or have short people in your life, or you yourself are short, it's time to celebrate. On this day, own your shortness and have fun with short people in your life. I mean, get some horses, do some racing, whatever. Being short is not a bad thing. All right, let's see what else December 22nd has given us. 1937, the Lincoln Tunnel opens to traffic in New York City. When my family went to New York when I was probably about 9, we used to do that thing when you go through a tunnel and you hold your breath till you get through the tunnel, like that old, car game you played. We didn't know the Lincoln Tunnel was that long. My dad's from New York. He's all, hey, everyone hold your breath, here comes a tunnel. Yeah, that sucked. I tried as hard as I could. 1939, Indian Muslims observed the Day of Deliverance to celebrate the resignation of members of the Indian National Congress over the decision to enter World War II with the United Kingdom. 1942, World War II, Adolf Hitler signs the order to develop the V-2 rocket as a weapon. Yeah, that thing sucked. 1964, the first test flight of the SR-71 Blackbird takes place at Air Force Plant 42 in Palmdale, California, United States. I love this plane. I've seen it at a couple air shows. I actually saw it, one of them, it flew at this air show. It was amazing. 1965, in the United Kingdom, a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit is applied to rural roads, including motorways for the first time. Prior to that, it was under 50 miles an hour, I believe, in most places. 1974, the house of former British Prime Minister Edward Heath is attacked by members of the Provisional IRA, Irish Republican Army. 1989, Berlin's Brandenburg Gate reopens after nearly 30 years, effectively ending the division between East and West Germany. Side note to this, I had originally, after my first enlistment in the military, had re-enlisted to go to Berlin and, be a guard on the Berlin Wall. But this happened, I was in the middle of signing, I'd signed the paperwork to go over there. This happened like 3 weeks later, and they put me on hold because they weren't sure what was going on, if they were going to still have troops over there or if they were going to downside it. So they kept me at my duty station for a while till I decided to take another unit. Never ended up going to Berlin. Sucked. 1990, Lech Wałęsa is elected president of Poland. Lech Wałęsa was a Polish statesman, dissident, and Nobel Peace Prize laureate. He served as the first democratically elected president of Poland from 1990 to 1995. He was a shipyard electrician by trade, and he became the leader of the Solidarity movement and led a successful pro-democratic effort, which in 1989 ended the communist rule in Poland, ushering in the end of the Cold War. He co-founded the Solidarity trade union movement, which membership eventually rose to over 10 million people. Wałęsa and his family were always being surveilled by the Polish secret police, and at every place he went, workplace, home, it was bugged. They were collecting information. Over the next few years, he was arrested several times for participating in what they called dissident activities, basically protests against communism and everything else like that. He was named the Time Person of the Year in 1981 and one of Time's 100 most important people of the 20th century. He's received 40 honorary degrees, including degrees from Harvard and Columbia University here in the United States. He was also given the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Knight's Cross of the British Order of Bath and the French Grand Cross of Legion of Honor. So he's been given a lot of things. Recently, people have done documentaries saying that he was actually paid by the communist movement as an informant and stuff like that, which he denies. And there's really not that much evidence of that. That's just more smear stuff, because when you're at the top and everyone, from all accounts, I don't know the man personally, really liked him. He was a man of the people. So, of course, even all these years later, they got to beat him down a little bit. So my opinion is that's all BS. But Lech was definitely an interesting character back in the 80s. He's still alive today and does appearances here and there, but he lives a quiet life in Poland still. 1997, now I'm going to screw the name of this place up, I'm sure. Acetal. It's Acetal. It's a massacre. Attendees at a prayer meeting of Roman Catholic activists for indigenous causes in a small village of Acetal, in the Mexican state of Chiapas are massacred by paramilitary forces. 45 people were killed, including women and children. 2001, Richard Reed attempts to destroy a passenger airline by igniting explosives hidden in his shoes on board American Airlines Flight 63. To this day, we got to take off our shoes to get on a plane. I'm just glad he didn't, put that explosives like up his backside or something like that. What would we have to do then? Movies released on December 22nd, 1993. Philadelphia, Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington. Great movie about the early days of the AIDS epidemic and a man being basically fired and mistreated because he got AIDS. And it was a sad movie, really sad movie. 1999, another funny yet sad movie, Man on the Moon. It was the Andy Kaufman story. It was the book about him is even weirder. The dude was really, really weird, and that's just a tragedy. 2000, Castaway with Tom Hanks. Again, he was very busy through the 90s, 2000s, even to this day. Every time I turn around, the guy's just in a solid movie. Always a good movie. I love Castaway. I've watched it several times. Great movie. If you've never seen Castaway, it is a great movie to sit down and relax with the whole family and just watch it, enjoy it. Like, takes you away. It's one of those ones that takes you away someplace else. Born on December 22nd, 1948, Steve Garvey, American baseball player and sportscaster. He's with the Dodgers forever. He came to our school when I was probably 5th, 6th grade or something like that. Came to the school, talked to everyone, hung out. I wasn't into baseball at the time. I didn't care. But yeah, saw him. It was pretty neat. 1970, Ted Cruz, American lawyer and politician. Okay, so politics aside, if you want to see something hysterical, there's a YouTube channel called Bad Lip Reading, and they do this thing on Ted Cruz. I had tears going down my face. It was hysterical. I'll see if I can find it and put it in the comment section below. It's worth the watch. 1989, Jordan Sparks is born. American singer, songwriter, and actress. She won the 6th season of American Idol at the age of 17, becoming the youngest winner in the series history. Now, this is really weird. I kind of watched that with my wife, couple seasons, different, maybe the first season, 3rd and 5th and 6th, something like that. I gave up sometime after this Jordan Sparks one. But the first time I saw her, I'm all, oh my God, she's going to win. And this was like the first week of whatever, their tryouts. I'm all, she's going to win. She's a great singer. She's got a good look and a great personality. She did win. I was very proud that I called that one in advance. It's the little things that keep me happy. Died on December 22nd. One of my personal favorite musicians. 2002, we lost Joe Strummer, English singer-songwriter. He was the lead singer, one of them, for The Clash, and then he went on for years to do his own thing. Now, this is what's really sad. He died in 2002, about 3 weeks after finding out that The Clash were being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Took his dog out for a walk, came home, sat down in the kitchen, had a heart attack, and died right there. It is really sad. He's a very, very interesting guy. He's like one of the first people that I ever noticed, and I'm sure a lot of them in the 60s and stuff, they had their own political thing. He was very sharp and very smart about what he was talking about. And you wouldn't expect it from someone that's a musician, stuff like that. He was just very on top of political issues and things like that. He's a very interesting guy. If you ever get a chance, there's a documentary about him called The Future is Unwritten. It's really interesting. Another singer, 2014, we lost Joe Cocker, English singer, songwriter. Definitely had a good set of lungs. That guy could sing. Wasn't my type of music, never got behind him, but you gotta admit the man had some serious talent. Alright, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're already not a subscriber. Go out, be successful, be nice to each other. Happy holidays, everyone.